Dry skin brushing is a wonderful way to exfoliate the skin and assist in lymphatic drainage. If you're on a regular sauna detox program, it can significantly accelerate sweating and detoxification. Contrary to popular belief, dry skin brushing is not just about brushing towards the heart. After doing extensive research, I've come up with a routine, a face and body brushing routine that takes about 6 minutes and can help you exfoliate and detoxify your body. I can't wait to show you. Stay tuned. So as I mentioned, I noticed that there are a lot of videos and articles out there about dry skin brushing which talk about just the importance of brushing towards the heart. And then I found a couple videos and articles which show the correct way of dry skin brushing that talk about the lymphatic watersheds on the body and how the lymphatic drainage actually works.
The body's lymphatic system is broken up into 4 main areas, and these are indicated by the red lines in this diagram. The first watershed goes across the clavicle up by the neck area, and the second goes across the belly button around the waist, and then the third main area is divided by the pelvic watershed, which goes from the top of the hips down into the pelvic bone. So this diagram was very useful for me to be able to visualize why I'm doing the brushing technique the way I'm doing it, and hopefully it'll help you as well.
Did you know that 3/4 of our lymphatic drainage system empties out in our upper left armpit lymph node areas? So just keep that in mind when we're going through this routine. So I use 2 different brushes, one that has softer bristles for the face, and this is called Eco Tools, and one which has coarser bristles for the body. And I got both of these at Rite Aid because I'm on a budget. But I assembled a Amazon wish list for those of you who are looking for something more high quality or even stuff that's affordable. You can click in the link below and go to my Amazon wish list. All right, let's get to it. Here's what I do before my sauna. And if you haven't seen my video, how to build a sauna for around $150, you should definitely check that out next. Links below and above.
Alright, starting with the face. I spend about 14 strokes or so over my lip and my chin area, and then move up to the upper cheek, and you want to push it up into those parotid glands, which are at the base of your ear. And then you go up the sinus and over the forehead. And generally the amount of strokes are about 7. And you want to push pretty hard. This brush is really soft, so I give it a good amount of pressure. And again, I like to focus on my upper lip area because I have smoker lines from being a smoker for 20 years, and I'd love to get rid of those. On the body, I start with the abdomen. Dr. Mindy Beck says the abdomen holds 60 to 70% of our lymphatic tissue, and it's one of the most important parts of our lymph and detox systems. She recommends spending about a minute on this area. I do about 30 seconds, and you work in the direction that the large intestine goes in the body, which is from right to left. So we work in small circular motion and then larger circular motions. And then I move up to the topmost watershed area on the neck. We go 7 strokes, and we go up the jawbone and into the cervical nodes, which are along the side of the neck, and then down into the clavicle. And then we go down the front of the neck into the clavicle, and then from the base of the neck around into that center point, and then across the back of the shoulder, and then from the top of the breast up into the clavicle. And the auxiliary nodes, now remember, this is where 3/4 of the lymphatic system drains, so take your time here, do 7 clockwise and 7 counterclockwise strokes. And then I do 3 times around the outside of the breast. And then we do 3 times across the top of the chest, and this is getting the thymus gland in that center of the chest. 7 times under the breast and up into those auxiliary nodes. 3 times across the abdomen, staying above the watershed that goes across the belly button line, and then we move it up the collateral pathway on the side of the body, and then I do it 3 times on the back as well, and then we move it up into those auxiliary nodes under the armpit. Okay, staying only on the left side of the body, we're going down from the central watershed into the pelvic watershed, all around the back and the front side of the body. Alright, starting with the thumb, we go up and then up and around the shoulder and down into the auxiliary nodes. And I spend about 2 times on each section of the upper arm. And then I do the hand, the palm of the hand, and then down the front of the arm about 3 times into that armpit area. Alright, moving on to the legs, we go from the foot and the ankle area. You want to go straight up. You don't really want to twist or go across the lines. You just go straight up into that pelvic watershed. And you're actually supposed to do the feet and then the ankles like that. You can do that first or last. It doesn't really matter. And then I like to spend some extra time on that pesky cellulite area, brushing up and then brushing across the booty into the pelvic area. Okay, 7 strokes clockwise and 7 strokes counterclockwise in the inguinal lymph node area. And that completes the left side of the body. Moving on to the right side, it's an exact mirror of the left. So you can just follow along as I do it in normal speed. You can see exactly what I do. Now, besides the fact that it helps move the lymph system, one of my favorite benefits of dry skin brushing is that it helps me sweat more in the sauna. I think I sweat about probably 20 to 25% more when I do skin brush than when I don't. Another great thing I've noticed is that my skin on my face and my body is so much more soft now that I've started skin brushing. It also stimulates the liver and therefore increases the rate of detoxification. And then it's said to decrease cellulite, and whether that one's true or not, it's yet to be determined, but I definitely focus on that area and I will let you know if I see any results. I want to take some time to talk about the precautions of dry skin brushing. Obviously, you don't want to do this over any open sores or rashes, and you also don't want to do it on top of your varicose veins. And in the nutritional balancing program, we don't recommend using any essential oils on the body. You should clean your brush about once a week or once every other week. And to do this, I get a baking sheet, and put about 1 inch to 2 inches of hydrogen peroxide in it, and then put the brushes face down and let them sit for a few hours. And then rinse them out and shake them out and let them dry either in the sun or just hanging in the bathroom for overnight. Okay, so when you're done with your dry brushing routine, you are going to take your sauna. And if you don't take saunas, then you're going to want to jump in the shower and take a warm shower. And be sure to replenish your electrolytes by drinking plenty of spring water and taking kelp, unless you have a thyroid issue.
I combine all my new knowledge into a routine that works for me. It takes about 6 minutes, and you should try it too.